Hey, it's Adam. Just wanted to update you guys on the progress since I started working on the site. So I made a video on April 2nd, about 30 days that we're going to challenge ourselves to get to $100,000 with this website. So I went into the challenge for the whole month of April. So here's what we went so far. The first goal was to make it through an e-commerce checklist. Now, there's a really good checklist, e-commerce checklist, conversion, design. I'll put a link in the description below. But Jaka made a really good e-commerce checklist on how to, there's like 300 things on here, how to increase the conversion rates on your e-commerce site. I made it through the general checklist. So there's 43 items on the general checklist, general website, and there's going to be category pages, product pages, checkout pages, that type of thing. So I'm still gonna work through that. I made it through the first 43, and then once I did that, I had an idea of what I need to do to increase the conversion rate on the site in general. So I did a couple things for that, but I'll talk about that in other videos. The main goal, the first goal, is to get one sale a day consistently. So the average order value of this entire site is around $900. So the first thing is to get the advertising to do one sale a day consistently. So we've been doing that for a couple days, actually I think about a week. So let's check it out. So that's Monday. Come on. I think about a week we've been doing one sale a day consistently. And that was the first goal, so we can figure out which ads are working for which products, because certain products on here aren't very optimized for the product feed, for SEO, and for advertising in general. So I wanted to figure out which ones I can sell consistently daily. And it's usually the lower price products that happen with, and that's been the case so far. So we made a sale that day, but we had a return. The problem with this site is not everything's in stock anymore. They make a lot of things in the United States, and we're still waiting on tanks that come in from other countries, because that's kind of how our supply chain works, unfortunately. Yeah, so this website has been making one sale a day consistently for about a week. So that's a good thing. That was the first goal we wanted to get to, one sale a day consistently. The second one was I wanted to clear up all the old orders. So we had 70 or so old orders that we had to clean up, so I could figure out what actually needed to be done. And so our fulfillment, so our sales guy / fulfillment officer can figure out exactly what needs to go on. So I went through all the orders. So yeah, one sale a day. We've had a decent amount of return, which isn't good, just because it wasn't organized on the back end. So I went through and organized everything. It took a long time to organize everything. So now the only sales you'll see, or we should see, that don't have tags are the ones that aren't fulfilled. So you can click clear and go into unfulfilled, because he had orders that were still unfulfilled, but either were returned or we couldn't get the equipment. So the only orders that are unfulfilled now are the ones that are paid for, that we're waiting for. So I went back the previous 6 months and went through the open orders, made sure that we didn't have anything here. So the only ones that are open, the only ones that are unfulfilled, are the ones we need to actually figure out. So you can see here that October 25th, November 26th, December. So we need to get rid of these ones from our dashboard, because that's about 10 grand or so. That could be fulfilled as well. And the problem with fulfillment is you're still running your business, or the problem with returns is you're still running your business. The business still takes about $30,000 a month in sales to operate. And I wasn't working on it consistently the last year or so. So it was doing about $30,000 a month. Some months it would do 35, some months it would do 25. So we were averaging about 30 a month. So it was making ends meet. We were paying our sales guy, and it was consistently doing that. But I'll show you the last 2 months. So March was very bad for returns, just because it wasn't organized. He couldn't get things, and he couldn't figure out what he could substitute, all that type of stuff. So March, about a $50,000 sales, but $16,000 in returns. So even though you're running your business, you're still chugging along $30,000 a month. You're not really making money. You're not really losing money. but you have negative $16,000. You have to pay all the money back that you made previously. So you didn't actually make that money. You made $15,000 a month, so you lost $15,000. So that's a big no-no, especially if you are running business with the bare minimum money in the bank. So March was a big return month. I think February was too. February wasn't as big, so this month of sales covered the returns, but in March it did not. So we had to put more money in because we weren't actually paying attention to the business. There's only one person working on it. There's 3 partners, but only one person working on it full time. So that's not good for anybody. So I've decided to take this on as an advertising client, even though I usually only work on HVAC. Take on as an advertising client to make sure that they can make at least one sale a day consistently for now. So that was the first goal. We hit that in the last week. Now the second goal is to figure out what products we can actually start to scale, because I don't know what's in stock. I haven't worked in the business for a while, so I don't know what I can actually advertise. So that's the update. I'm going to go through the advertising dashboard, what we currently have working, and so you can see how you can advertise on Google Ads actually for your e-commerce business. So that's next. Stay tuned.